All right, we're back. 6 beers in. Took a little break. Had to drain the lizards. So I got a serious question for you guys. Were you guys in school during 9/11?
Yeah.
Yep.
What? Both questions. Same for both of you.
All right.
Okay.
What happened that day in school?
You go first.
All right. Let's see. I'd say we were probably one period in, maybe. It was like a little after 9, I think, when that happened.
8:46 was when the first plane hit.
All right. So, yeah, media probably, everybody probably knew by 9
Yes.
in the States. But, yeah, man, they took everybody in the building, and I guess depending on which wing, they sent you all to one classroom.
Really?
And brought out the big TV on wheels.
Yes.
And turned that shit on, and we all sat there and watched it, man.
Fucking insane. And what grade did you say you were in?
Let's see.
I mean, you had to be at least 5th, 6th.
5th or 6th.
So you were still fairly young,
5th.
Yeah.
What about you, Alan? What happened that day? Something similar?
Yeah, pretty much.
Same shit?
They called the classes and told all the teachers to lock the doors and turn on the TV on whatever channel. Mm-hmm. But we stayed in our classes.
But, see, that's the thing that bugs me. That's the same shit that happened to me. They pulled us all in the same room. They kind of briefly explained something strange was going on. Then they proceeded to turn the TV on, and before you know it, we watched basically Plane 2 hit. Like,
yeah,
what, 20, 30 minutes later?
Live.
And then shortly after that, it was terror, Islamic terrorism, Al-Qaeda.
Al-Qaeda,
I think,
terror.
I know that the government...
Bush was on that night.
Yeah, he was.
Declaring war on terrorism.
Any president would have. I give him that. Bush is a freaky deaky guy, though. But...
I love that Will Ferrell thing.
We got to be terror strategic.
No.
You are now a part of the axis of evil.
No, but Will was probably the best Ferrell.
Oh, God, yes. Dude, what a great president for comedy.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
I feel like we got off, though. What were you bringing
No,
that to?
what I'm getting to is they all basically did the same thing to a lot of people I know. They broadcast this
at the same time.
And I think it was a weird time in America where technology was sort of becoming a little bit more popular. People were starting to catch on to just being able to have technology right in their hands, basically. It was getting to that point at that time.
Yeah.
The internet was starting to take off, and people were starting to just get more involved in that. Seems like people were starting to be connected more.
Be able to look up more information.
For sure. Things. And I don't know, but maybe it's just me. I feel like, the government maybe wanted to sort of spy on us or just maybe keep track of what we're doing. And I'm not saying they did 9/11 for this, but I think when that happened, there's so many conspiracies as to how it happened and what happened. But whatever you believe, when it happened, when they broadcast that shit, I think it was done for a reason for our generation to basically trust the media and trust as a reliable source and an emotion, because everybody felt almost probably the same emotion that day, probably a little frightened, a little confused. And you see these these media outlets from Fox, CNN, ABC, local, whatever.
Like we've been attacked.
And we've been attacked.
All of us.
We're on your level.
You have been attacked
personally.
And no offense to the over, 6,000 injured and over 2,500 dead, but it didn't feel like I was personally attacked. I just felt really upset. I was like, dude, this is fucked up. I feel for those people, but I don't necessarily feel like I'm fixing to be bombarded. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. You're talking about the possibility of things that they could have been doing, having us all sitting there watching this shit, all right?
Yeah.
Let's go to the next fucking step. We're all sitting there, everybody in America at least, in their fucking schools, at their jobs, wherever they are, everybody stopped what they're doing, is watching the television. There's no telling what kind of messages, subliminal shit that they could have been pumping into our fucking brains while everyone was sitting there watching.
That's a good fucking point, man. And that's something that I kind of, thought.
Dude.
That's why I think they used a lot of keywords. There were certain words they used way more than every other word. Every other word. More than the. Like.
Yeah.
Do you think maybe it was like a certain frequency broadcasted? Or like you said, maybe like a certain way that they worded those subliminal messages to sort of like secondhand consciously pop up after another day, a week later from the event, you know what I'm saying?
Or to make you feel a certain way.
It's weird that a lot of people, especially in my area, just got so American overnight.
Yes.
That's what I said, man.
If you weren't born in this country and you fucking looked like a terrorist, you were the enemy. You know what I'm saying? And
it was fucked up, man.
It seems like everybody just was like pro government, pro everything. They didn't give a fuck how bad they were getting fucking fucked in the ass.
See, but they didn't get me. Because I went to school with a bunch of kids from Iran and Iraq.
Oh God, I bet they felt horrible.
When we was watching it,
shocked.
When we was watching it, they were like crying like really hard. Like everybody was afraid, and people were crying, but they were crying really hard because they thought that everybody in the school was gonna hate them because those people were supposedly from Iran or Iraq.
It's hard to believe, honestly.
In the 5th grade,
it's hard to believe that those people, being what they were about, gathered enough resources and enough funds and enough time and enough know-how to hijack commercial airliners with fucking box cutters and slam them, weave them in and out of fucking New York City like a goddamn circus go-kart.
If you come at me with a box cutter, I'm gonna beat you up.
I don't care how many times I'm getting slashed. I'm throwing some fucking dukes.
Yeah, dude.
Haymakers.
I'm gonna put the paws on you.
Yeah, dude. Or I'm fixing to...
you can't tell me there was not one person on that flight that was going to be like, fuck that. Come here, dude.
Well,
or air marshal.
That Flight 93 went down fighting. They didn't give a fuck. They were like, look, we know we're going down, but we're trying.
If that's what really happened.
If that's what happened. I understand.
I don't think there were people on that plane.
Really.
Right. If that's what happened. That's what I'm saying. Because I don't believe it either.
Hold up. Alan, what did you don't believe that there's people on that plane? I mean, I'm skeptical on all this shit, but I've heard some of that. Now, do you have some? What are your views on that, man? Because that's some pretty heavy shit, man.
Because
do you at least think the hijackers were on that plane, or do you?
Nope.
What is it?
Nope.
Nothing.
Nope.
It was all staged, bro.
Jesus fucking Christ,
all
man.
All of it. But that was the biggest show on TV.
I digress.
I think for the powers that be and everything, not the president, but like the under people that pretty much tell the president what to do and everything.
Well, they could be over people.
For the greater good of the country, some people would have to like go missing. And I think there wasn't people on the plane, but all these people did board a flight, which they did say the name of the flight and everything, which came from an airport. But I don't think that was the real thing. They took them people somewhere else, and then they flew that thing, and then they said that plane exploded into nothing.
Right.
Which wouldn't happen.
Well, I mean, I'm looking at a picture of the field right now where the one plane crashed.
The plane crashed, yeah.
I mean...
Where the plane had C4 in it or something.
It's...
There's nothing there, bro.
It's remotely plausible that the thing was blown up.
That's what I'm saying. Like, the building was blown up. Like,
dude, World Trade Center 7, bro. Nothing happened to that building whatsoever.
Everybody.
Yet that building just crumbled.
You can look up witnesses that said they heard explosions before anything hit that building.
And the interviewer would fucking cut them right off, dude.
Yep.
Went off to somebody else. I saw the one with the little Asian dude in the store. He's like, "Sir, tell us, what have you seen? Bombs." They said goodbye.
Peace.
Got the fuck out of there.
Look at
quick.
This fucking guy. He don't know what he's saying. What's your ching talk?
Damn it. You mean the airplanes? Like, no, dude. We knew what the fuck he was talking about. Yeah. And most of those people you did see on TV that day were obviously crisis actors.
Really,
they were saying the same shit and putting that same shit that the media wanted out.
So they had the crisis shit back in the day.
Back then.
So maybe it was like
Yeah.
an early form of what we got now.
Dude, I mean, before that, there was fucked up shit going on, bro. Waco.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Fucking Ruby Ridge, the Jonestown Massacre shit.
Waco was fucked up.
That was another mass shooting in Toronto a couple days ago. Well, 4 days ago.
Really?
Oh, dude. Speaking while we're on the 9/11 subject, real quick. At the place where I work, I'm not gonna say where I work, but I work at a golf course.
For
money.
For money.
He works at a golf course.
I work at a golf course for money.
For money.
And rich white people.
Yeah.
But one of those rich white people that was in there
Those are the horrible guys.
was the fucking guy who shot Osama bin Laden.
Supposedly.
Supposedly, yeah.
Holy fuck, though.
Damn.
But the guy who supposedly killed Osama bin Laden
Yeah.
was at my job.
Think
That's
about-
crazy.
2 to the skull. We don't see the body. Navy dumps him in a goddamn ocean.
And set him on fire. Like Darth Vader.
Like, no. Y'all hung Saddam. Why didn't y'all hang Osama?
They hung Saddam on live TV with a countdown, bro.
With a countdown like
With
the
a
ball about to drop.
countdown.
We sat around like the Super Bowl and waited. I
We
remember
did.
that. I remember.
I actually didn't watch
Yeah.
it because I didn't even know that they were doing it.
Dude.
I heard about it after, but I still ain't seen it.
It was like some gladiator
You haven't
shit.
seen it?
Nah.
It's sort of.
It's
a
fucked
motherfucker
up.
getting hung.
It's
like,
a snuff film.
It is.
That was
Yeah.
broadcast live on
I'll be
TV.
honest
That's
with
not
you,
my
man.
thing.
It's not my thing to watch, but you could see the guy Saddam. He was clearly sort of in remorse, sort of sad for what he had done.
Yeah.
You could see it in his
knew-
eye.
he
He
knew
was
what was coming,
seconds
man.
from dying. But the people around it were just treating it like a goddamn barbecue. They were just waiting for
That's
the
what I'm
meat to
saying.
come
That's
off
the
the
problem.
fucking
Like,
grill, dude.
There were people in bars everywhere shouting and screaming.
Well, no,
You
not
know,
even that.
having,
The,
like,
the Iraqis
Yeah.
and Afghanis that were there, that
Oh, yeah.
basically when his body fell from,
Bro.
Oh, they were
they
cheering
were,
extra hard
they were
too.
beating him up and shit.
Dude.
What
Yeah.
about
What about
when
Gaddafi,
I was gonna
bro?
say, what about when they killed the Gaddafi and that was on CNN
In the street.
and they killed him in the street and
In
they
the
drug his
street.
body out and fucking got all those gold AKs and shit and was just basically destroying his compound, dude.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
you cannot deny the power of the people, no matter for
Exactly.
right or wrong or what nation or where you come from or who you are.
Exactly.
We are all in this together, and there's more of us than they ever thought about.
And we have seen with the Gaddafi shit and all that what happens.
And there's some
Dude,
When the
there's
people
some
do
very
rise up.
impoverished people.
You know what
I'm saying?
bothers me though? The only thing that I have wrong with all those things is like, it's just that I was able to see it. Like, I still could. You can go look at it right now, but it's just like somebody's filming that, you know. And I know the most of the people that they filmed this happening to deserves it, but there's a lot of shit that people don't deserve. And
For sure.
Well, I
Don't
feel
get me
like
wrong. I feel like there is a lot of innocent
and
that
it
we
feels
don't see.
weird to watch something that somebody filmed, especially if it's somebody's death.
See, but that kind of ties in with like how lines have continuously
like
been
double
crossed
trouble.
over time to the point to where,
We're desensitized.
I mean, at that point in time, like we just said, we watched bombing of a country live on TV, and then a couple weeks later, we watched Saddam getting hung live. We were and people getting their heads cut off. We were
Call of Duty came out.
Desensitized. Yeah, Call of Duty. We were so desensitized. I mean, the biggest video game before that was San Andreas.
Yep.
You know.
Wait a minute. Let's.
I love San Andreas. I'm not
listen.
saying anything
No.
bad.
No. What I'm getting at is let's take a quick break from the conspiracy and let's go on the record. And I will say, other than Ocarina of Time, San Andreas is probably my favorite fucking game of all time.
Yeah.
I don't care how advanced
Yeah.
video games get, man. That's
Ocarina of Time.
dude,
Yeah.
like Ocarina will for always be my number one. But as
It's gonna
far
be everybody's number one.
No
if you
shit.
played that shit, if you have played it,
Yep,
it's,
that's
ain't
your
it, ain't it
game.
like on paperwork that was like the best game?
I don't know, but let's
look it up.
Let's look this up real quick. But just no, a solid number 2. I can't tell you how many times I've played Ocarina of Time, but I can't tell you how many times I fucking walked through San Andreas and loved every fucking minute.
Hours.
Zelda, I take a little too seriously.
CJ walk.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Oh, CJ.
Oh,
CJ
CJ,
had the
man.
best walk ever.
Dude.
And the
And-
dance. That dance.
Yeah.
With the,
Dude, he was the best character,
stiff
man.
bodies.
Like, out of those
A number
games.
42 with extra dip. We can't forget Big Smoke.
Big Smoke, bro. Rest in peace, homie.
Yeah, or Ryder. I always thought Ryder was a bitch. I
Yeah.
couldn't wait to kill Ryder. When I iced that fool on that fucking boat, I was like, you know what? I'm ready to get this shit going, man.
Ben just got gangsta on us real quick.
Yeah, he did,
I'm
didn't
telling
he?
you, dude.
When I rolled on that motherfucker, man.
Rolled on them
I'm telling you, dude.
motherfucker.
Hey, man, I take San Andreas seriously. I go into character real quick, man. Oh man,
Dude, real shit though. That was a great game, man. You gotta
Yeah.
give it up.
Yeah. Yep.
You guys remember Twisted Metal? Twisted Metal Black?
I remember Twisted Metal Black.
Oh, dude.
I remember all the Twisted Metals.
So what I got right now is Ocarina of Time sold 2 million copies during the first 39 days it was available in 1998. That's pretty good.
That's pretty fire.
Yeah.
And it became the best-selling game of that year. During its lifetime, it sold 7.6 million copies worldwide, excluding ports and re-releases. But it's making it one of the highest-selling games on that single platform in history. Other than
I knew it had a.
other than Super Mario 64.
Oh yeah. You can't.
Let's pickle.
Yeah, you can't forget that game either.
But no,
What was he saying? Let's pickle.
I can't tell you. Super Mario 64 was another one of those games that
Oh god, dude! You jumped
know.
through the paintings and shit. That shit got wild,
was
man.
good shit. I remember video games. Just, yeah. Da-da-da-da. All right, guys. You guys want to look? Listen. How about this? How about we take just a tiny, quick commercial break, and we're gonna come right back. But yeah, I want to continue this. So if you guys are down, let's do this.
Let's go for it, bro.
Hey guys, 6 beers in. We'll be right back with you motherfuckers. And if you want to, maybe in the next couple of weeks, we might be doing some cool shit for you, like a crystals eating contest.
Woo!
Or
Oh, dude.
or we might be seeing
Good boys.
who can chug the most beer in 10 minutes.
I already win.
Oh shit.
Alan already wins. But yeah, 6 beers in.
Alan does win, man.
I already won.
We'll be right back with your bitch asses.
6 beers in the
All you had to do was follow the damn train, CJ. That was hard, mission.
I saw my baby
Oh, what are we doing?
crying hard as babe could cry. What could I do?
Richard, where
Man.
the fuck did that come
The
from?
fucking labyrinth.
That's I'm guessing you've seen the movie.
I love that movie. Dude, such a good movie.
I can't even count on fingers and toes how many times I've seen that movie.
Nah, yeah. I gotta buy it again. I don't have it anymore.
It's
man.
the same with every favorite movie of mine. I buy it on
They
DVD.
disappear.
Never
I own
ending
it for like
story.
3 months and then it's gone.
Oh, what a movie though, dude. Fucking
Jim Henson's last movie before he fucking unexpectedly fucking passed.
Jim Henson, man. The great David Bowie. Rest in peace as well.
The fucking spacewalker.
Stop.
The spaceman.
Yeah, dude.
Starman himself.
Did they shoot his body into orbit when he died?
Oh,
I think that's
dude.
what he really wanted, was to just become a satellite.
That's what should have happened, man.
You know.
Yeah, in a spacesuit.
Just orbit the planet forever.
Speaking of Labyrinth, I don't know. The first time I ever saw that movie.
God, such good characters
Well,
in there.
no, that's what I'm saying is the
Hoggle.
first time I ever saw it, it really did appeal to me. I was young. It was one of my sister's favorite movies, and she put it
Yeah.
on to kind of, piss me off because I wanted to watch like South Park, some shit. I was an evil little kid,
Right.
and it wasn't until like I think they were gone one weekend, and I was like, fuck it, some of that shit appealed to me, I guess, like the fight scenes and whatnot. It's like, I want to watch The Labyrinth by myself, and I found the VHS and put it in.
Yeah.
Immediately fell in love within like the first 10 minutes.
Yeah.
I was like, I already like where this is going, and I was watching it as like a fucking participant in the story. You know what I'm saying? I wasn't just watching it like I have to watch this because my fucking sister's watching this.
Goblin King.
And I
Goblin
fucking
King.
I now thank them. I should thank them more for that because that's a fucking great movie.
I forgot the ending was a little slow because she like says it wrong. They're all like in there, you know, in the boxes waiting to come out.
Oh, what is she? She's like, I want the goblins to just take you away right now. And they're all like, I wish the goblins would come and take me away now. That's all you got to say. Just say it. You know? Did she say it? Yeah. But no, I knew who David Bowie was as a young age because my mom knew great music. My dad knew great music and, you know, just grew up with it. And, but David Bowie's character was like just...
Oh, man.
It was insane. Did you know Did you know Sting and Michael Jackson were also considered for the role of Jareth?
I can believe that. I could believe that.
I could believe Sting over Michael.
Yeah, me too.
Michael would be a little bit too much.
He wouldn't be able to sing that song. I saw my baby. He wouldn't be able to hold it back.
Was this before that? Was this before Michael? Was this because Michael changed after the Pepsi incident?
Yeah,
that's when he
That's when they replaced him with a clone.
Well, no, he like bleached his skin and like got a nose job and just started looking different, man. It was like, Michael, everybody loves you and we're all worried about you, but you're going the wrong path, brother. You know.
Yeah, it was pretty
Sting,
wild, man.
Sting on the other hand, total. Like, Sting could have done it.
I think he just...
Man, but not like Bowie, though.
No.
I think Michael Jackson just had so much money that he was like, I don't know what else to do.
He bought the Beatles from Paul McCartney backstage for $9 million.
What was the little, what was it, like the Fox? Yeah. What was the
Michael
Fox character?
Sir Didymus.
Oh.
Yeah.
And he has a little dog, Ambrosia.
Yeah, the dog.
No, not Ambrosia. Ambrosius.
Yeah.
It.
I was thinking about the band Ambrosia.
It's like, you will not pass without my permission.
Yeah.
And they were like, you know, please, we just need to get past, you know. And then they asked, well, can we have your permission? And he's like, well, yes.
Yes.
You know, and it was like, fuck, man. You just
please come in, have a cup of tea.
You put us through a bunch of bullshit here, you know.
One of us always tells the truth.
Yeah,
the other one always lies.
I don't know, man. That was some complex shit, man.
And then that led to the hands because she fell down.
She chose down.
She chose down. She chose down.
All those were puppeteers, man. That was real people, like every hand.
I know,
every hand on
the
deck.
faces.
That's Apparently, it was really complex to film. It Connelly had to be in Jennifer Connelly. If you don't know people, she was the actress in the movie. Wouldn't mind her babysitting me. If you don't know what I mean, you know what I'm saying, what to say. But she had to be suspended in a harness 40 feet in the air.
Whoa!
While doing that scene, and there was over 100 performers that reached out to her from a rig. And Connelly was warned that if she tried to touch the back of the shaft, her fingers could easily be sliced off.
Whoa!
So that was some danger involved in that scene for our entertainment.
That's crazy.
I didn't know that.
That's
for all of us, man. That was for us.
Yeah. And she got dropped in that oubliette, which is it's based on a medieval holding cell. We were talking about that.
Yeah, we were trying to figure out where that came from.
What the fuck is an oubliette, man?
Yeah,
it is a fancy word.
It is a very fancy word.
Oh, dude.
Oubliette.
There was those guys that
my daughter oubliette.
Those guys that tore their heads off.
Hey, lady, we want to play with the fire game.
Yeah,
that was kind of like
scary.
Slick, scary, dude.
Yeah, that was.
We want to play with your head.
Yeah,
like whoa.
And you as a kid, and you're like, my head doesn't.
Yeah, like my head doesn't just come off like that.
Are they about
bro.
to pull her head off?
Yeah, like that was fucked up, dude.
Yeah, like that scene was very freaky, and the song that they played was actually badass. You know, I own that. I'm gonna own that on vinyl. That soundtrack.
Oh,
it's up in my house right now.
Oh,
you have it?
You already have it?
I have it on vinyl. I own it.
You son of a bitch!
Chill it down with the fire. I got all them shits. I got
You
even
bastard.
And it hurts like it. I got all that shit, man. It's good shit.
Oh.
Did you ever realize that his Jareth staff was it was a fucking microphone?
I think so.
Did you ever notice that? That's a little sneak preview there, and also that his face was hidden throughout the movie.
How you've turned my world, you precious thing. You starve and exhaust me.
What do you mean about the
His
The
face
staff?
hidden.
his staff? Oh
It
yeah,
was like
his
staff.
It was
It was
kind
a
yeah.
microphone.
It was a
Yeah,
microphone.
because in the big dance sequence,
Yeah,
yeah. The
but I don't think I
Magic
really
spell
like
shit.
noticed it really.
No.
slime and snails and puppy dog tails.
Thunder or lightning.
And baby said, man.
An interesting fact about David Bowie. Did you know that at 17 he studied to be a mime because he felt
Yeah.
like he was a mime trapped
Yeah.
in a man's body?
Yeah, I did know that actually, and there was one of the guys that worked on his stage production back in the early days. Like that was a big part of the stage show and a big part of David's character at that time.
Yeah, I mean,
I want to see that.
Yeah,
yeah, I do too.
Him being a mime.
yeah. He did it in like some videos and shit too.
I feel like I've seen him
Yeah.
kind of do it.
Yeah.
Like the
What a
film-
dude, man! Fucking David motherfucking Bowie, bro.
You're 100% right.
Like-
It's a shame that he's gone, but
To wear so many faces.
he put out so much music and so much art
Yeah.
that
Dude, that last album, Black Star,
It was trippy.
bro,
he knew it was coming.
that was
That's
like,
what makes it even more trippy.
that was such a well produced, well wrote, just amazing album.
Yeah, 'cause I heard it after he was dead.
I bought it the weekend it came out, and he died Monday. I think it was Monday.
Wow, that's heavy.
Yeah, like I bought it, was like wearing it out, and then he was dead, and I was like, whoa.
Yeah, that's horrible.
And then all those songs really hit you like the way he meant them to, you know?
Yeah.
Because he knew he was going.
This is sort of
So
off the same thing, but that's very coincidental that you did something like that because I found myself in the same situations. You remember a couple years back, we were hanging out, and for some reason you were on this big Soundgarden kick, and we were on this Chris Cornell thing for like a couple days. We were like, "Man,
Yeah.
you listen to more Soundgarden." Literally
Yeah.
the next day, he fucking hung himself.
Yeah.
And we were like, "Holy shit!" You
Yeah.
know. I recently just started getting back into Pantera and Damage Plan and Rebel Meets Rebel, and Vinnie Paul dies. You know what I'm saying? My buddy
Dude.
Dino turns me on to Prince when he comes up, and I get fucking balls deep into Prince. I start buying records, listening to a lot of Prince, dude. Prince dies summer. You know what I'm saying? It's
Right.
like, dude,
Right.
it's like almost when I get back into artists or figure out that I like this artist,
Yeah, when you
some
go
shit
deep.
happens.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying?
Dude, that is the main reason why I wanted to catch that Pumpkin show
You're right,
a
dude.
couple
That
weeks
makes
ago.
Total sense.
Because to me, like as far as the grunge era, that whole like 90s,
He's definitely
it's-
one of the last.
It's Billy and fucking Eddie Vedder. You know what I'm saying? And no offense to Pearl
Eddie will
Jam.
be around till he's 80.
Yeah, no offense to Pearl Jam.
He's
you
too
know,
healthy.
I'm not that excited to go see him. Now Billy Corgan, you never know what's going to happen. I wanted to go see that shit. It was a great
Yeah,
show.
you never
man.
know.
Well,
But dude, a year before the Soundgarden incident, I went and saw Scott Weiland of
Oh,
Stone
that's
Temple.
another one.
Yeah, of Stone Temple Pilots.
Same
And,
thing with him.
yeah.
You were trying to, make me listen to a little bit of that shit. You know, remember we were digging on that,
Yeah.
going to record stores and shit. And then like a couple weeks later,
Yeah,
you know,
2 weeks after I saw him here in Nashville, he was playing a show 2 weeks after that, and they found him on the tour bus.
that's insane. That's
crazy.
weird that shit happens.
Yeah.
These past like 4 or 5 years has been just a tough blow for musicians.